Me, Kelvin. Now, today's video, I'm going to give 5 tips on how you can get better at Rainbow Six Siege. Now, this isn't going to include getting a 5-stack and stuff like this. This is how you can improve as a player, as yourself, and how you can get better. So now, the first one is don't blame your team. Now, what I mean by this doesn't mean 5-stack. This is what I mean is don't be like, oh, okay, I died because Iona wasn't watching me. You know what I mean? Think, okay, think on what you could have done so you could not have died, and then use that intel. So say for example, right, you're coming from armory and you just sprint back into dorms, right? You sprint back into dorms. Now this is a high traffic area. A lot of people, especially when they're in top side, a lot of people, attackers, are going to be coming from master, open up closet, and this is just a high traffic area. So what you want to do if you're coming from armory is you want to just be aiming basically. Multiple times I've seen people sprinting around, they just sprint through this and then they can just easily get picked off. Again, it literally just takes one headshot and you're dead. Sprinting through this when they're probably going to be aiming at this door anyway, you're just going to get killed. So what you want to be doing is literally just, you want to be aiming. You want to always be aiming, especially as a defender, you want to always be aiming where they could be. So if you see, for example, when I come around this corner, I'll be aiming at the closet, then aiming at the door, then aiming at the bed. You know what I mean? I'll be slowly checking where they could be, for example, like that. You will never see me just sprint like this. Unless it's like last person, then yeah. If it's 5v5, I don't know where they are, so I'll be aiming basically everywhere. If it's 5v5 and my team say, oh, he's on Dorm's window, I know that he's going to be on Dorm's window, I'm free to just run through. You know what I mean? Just, when you die, think what you could have done. What you could have done to prevent you dying. So my next tip is prepping. Now what I mean by prepping is, there's multiple things. So as a defender, make sure you're doing rotates. For example, if a smoke or mute, I'm going to have a shotgun on, so I'm going to be doing rotates. If you're Warden, Legion, Azami, Solace, Dark, stuff like that, your main job is going to be reinforcing. Because everyone else, for example, let's go mute. He's got mute jammers placed down. Jaeger, he's got his ADSs to put down. You know what I mean? Everyone that has like a timer on their ability, that's their job, is to reinforce. So instead of going on TikTok or just running around doing nothing, actually reinforce the main walls that you actually need to do to help your team out. Because a mute, a castle, stuff like that, you're gonna have to run around and actually use their abilities. You know what I mean? And for prepping an attack, I recommend just stop wasting drones. Now what I mean by wasting drones is by just going into sight and then trying to place it somewhere to sight. Now, let's just go with Oregon, for example. If I know the top, I'm going to put a drone up in armory. Because if I want to do a push through armory through the window, I'm going to put a drone somewhere in here, most likely on top of there or on top of that. And then I'll go on my cam, no one's in armory, and then I'll drone through here into trophy, and then no one's there, then I'll jump into armory, etc. You know what I mean? And then again, I'll jump on my drone. So instead of just wasting your drone, put it into sight, put your drone somewhere where it could be useful for where you're pushing from. So for example, when I'm doing an attic push, I do an attic push a lot of times on attack. We have a Mav and a grid. I'll always have a cam on this box here, this box, or on there, because then I just know I can just jump on my cam, easily get through. Right, so my next tip is everyone does bad. Now what I mean by this is not everyone has good games. Everyone has bad games. Everyone does bad every now and then, okay? So don't be too hard on yourself when you do bad. Like, everyone has bad games. It's as simple as that. Don't be too hard on yourself. Your aim could not be that good. Literally the other day, me and Alpha had a 10 win-loss streak. And then yesterday and today, yesterday and the day before has just not been the best. For me anyway. So I've been playing a lot of Montaigne on attack because I've just not been doing that well. My aim has just not been that good. It's just, everyone does bad. Everyone has bad games. Everyone has amazing games. So don't be too hard on yourself when you do it bad. At the end of the day, it is just a game and you're there to have fun. If you're having fun, that is the biggest thing really. At the end of the day, it is just RP. It's just a digital rank. Doesn't actually mean anything. So don't be too hard on yourself when you do lose gunfights. Just, if something is kind of bullshit and you should have won that, then yeah, I understand. But don't be too hard on yourself. Everyone has bad games. Everyone has good games. So don't be too hard on yourself when you lose or when you die or something like that. Number 4 is learn the maps. Now, what I mean by learn the maps is that there's so many people that just don't know the maps. Now, this includes myself because I don't know Emerald Plains too well, and I'm not really wanting to learn Emerald Plains because personally I just don't like the map anyway. But learn the maps. Now, what you could do is literally learn Emerald Plains because not many people know Emerald Plains. Learn Emerald Plains, and then if your 5-stack knows how to play Emerald Plains, then easy. But what I mean by learn the maps as well is learn how to push. Now, a very simple push that I do on this map is I simply go as Mav, and then basically I'll go as Mav, whatever gridlock. Gridlock will come tower. This is if they're in dorms, by the way. She'll gridlock down here. I'll go in through the window, and then what we'll do is gridlock will go prone on the stairs. I'll Mav open this, and then she gets normally gets a free pick. She normally gets 2 kills at least. So it's a very simple push that we both do, and it works a lot of the time. So learn the maps, learn how to attack, learn how to defend, learn what you should be doing, learn how to basically just learn the maps. Like, it's basically like a college course at this point. Like, you're learning on how you can actually play certain maps. So obviously each map is different with attacking and defending, like that Mav strat, for example. I'm not going to do that downstairs. I'm not going to do this in boiler room, am I? Because it's just not going to be as useful. Learn the maps, learn how to properly set up site. Good way to do this is watching pro players and Pro League, because obviously they're pros for a reason. Learn how they set up site, etc. So number 5 is warming up. Now that free-for-all is now in the game, warming up is a lot more better. So normally what I do is I'll run the shooting range and just make sure my flicks are good and I'm flicking quite well, and then I'll do it a free-for-all. And what I will try and do is try and get 30 kills in 3 games in a row. Now when I do that, I'm like, right, okay, I know my aim's good, because 30 kills, basically winning 3 games in a row, it's just like, okay, my aim is on point, you know what I mean? Warming up as well, you couldn't do T-hunts as well, guys, like your first one, then free-for-all, but I'll recommend free-for-all as it is, well, you that's playing, and you have to win. And you're against actual players and not AI, and yeah. So that's just ways on how I warm up. I'll go into the shooting range, have 3 bots as actual humans, as the actual decoy type human type things, and then I'll do it so it's random position and random from standing, prone, crouch. I'll have them as random, 3 AI, and then yeah, I can just flick, because obviously the people are going to be prone, they're going to be crouch, etc. Going to be in random positions, and yeah, it just makes it so it's better. Trying to flick at it is so the shooting range is really good, and I'm really glad that they added that, because for console players it is just insane. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. It would be very much appreciated. And I also do stream on Twitch and have a Discord, what is going to be in the description down below. The Discord, I stream on there, and if I am live, I normally play with viewers as well, if you're on Xbox anyway, so we can have communication. But yeah, see you guys later. Peace out.